Okay, so today we are going to talk about the imperfect tense versus the preterite tense. So this is hard for a lot of people because both of these tenses, the imperfect and the preterite, are in the past tense. So anytime you're dictating or telling a story in the past tense, you're going to use both of these, but they're going to be used very distinctly. So a lot of people have a hard time with that. I'm going to give you a couple tricks. The first one is this acronym I call HOTWAD. HOTWAD. Okay, so this applies to the imperfect only. So you're going to use the imperfect in these situations. If something is a habitual action, so habitual means it's kind of like it has that word habit in there as a root. It means that it's something that happened over and over and over again. So every Monday I went to the donut store with my mom. That would be the example. This O stands for ongoing. So this is something that happened for a long time. And these kind of have a little bit of overlap, but ongoing is more things like I went to school at this school for 10 years or something. So that's kind of like more of an ongoing. I'm going to school, I'm going to school, I'm going to school, I'm going to school for a long time at one place. The next thing is time. So if you're telling someone, if you're relating the time that a story happened, so you're telling your story and you say it was 1 o'clock, okay? That's how you're gonna use the imperfect tense. Here we have weather. So if you're describing how the weather was, it was sunny, it was raining, it was snowing, anything like that, it's going to be in the imperfect tense. Here we're going to have age. So if you're saying how old you were when the story happened, I was 10 years old, tenía 10 años, cuando blah blah. Here we have description. Okay, so anything describing the situation. So the store was very busy. The people were angry. Any kind of description that you're describing some details of your story, you're going to use imperfect. So this is the imperfect sheet. We'll just keep that clear. Now over here, we're going to do preterite. So the preterite. This one, I don't have an acronym for it, but what I find is easiest to think of is that it's completed actions. So, completed actions. So actions that were done in the past and are over and didn't have a long duration. So, yesterday I went to the store. Yesterday I studied. Yesterday I drank a Coke. Yesterday I ate a burrito. Whatever you want to say, those are completed actions that are not descriptions. They're not descriptions. So if I wanted to say, yesterday I did this and this, but then I want to describe how it was, the description part would be the imperfect. So description is going to be imperfect, but then the actual event is going to be preterite. So went to the store, and then it was crowded. Do you guys see how this is more of a description than that one? So I'm going to give you guys a couple words that will help you figure out when to use the preterite. They're kind of key words that will be in that sentence. Okay, so here are some expressions. We have ayer, which means yesterday. We have anoche, which means last night, and el otro día. So these all indicate that I'm going to talk about a time in the past. So ayer fui, that's going to be a past tense, al mercado. Okay? So that's a past action. Woo. Okay, so anoche fui a la biblioteca. Whatever you want to say, these are going to be in the preterite because they are completed actions they're done with, and they're not descriptions. For the imperfect, words that can signal using the imperfect are words like a menudo, which means often. We have cada día, every day. So this is talking about something that was happening a lot. Frecuentemente, siempre is another good one. These are words that imply repetition, lots of repetition. Okay? So there you have it, when to use the imperfect and the preterite. The one thing I want to add is we're going to go ahead and look at this preterite piece one more time. Or actually the imperfect piece, sorry. So another thing that can be happening, and it's not one of these words or anything, is you could be saying, I was walking up the stairs when I fell. So the falling is the action that is in the preterite because it is something that happened and is done and over. Now, you're not probably still walking up the stairs, so that's also done and over. But that is a description of what you were doing when the main action happened. So, I was walking up the stairs. So, I was walking. So, there we go. Upstairs. When I fell. Okay, so this is all of a sudden I fell. But I was walking up the stairs when I, boom, fell. Okay? So we have kind of a more ongoing action here and then a sudden result that happened over here. Okay? So that's the last one to keep in mind. So this is going to be like estaba caminando, the progressive tense. So just keep that in mind. All right, so we have, I'll just do a quick recap. We have progressive here, some words, a menudo, cada día, siempre, that we're going to use the imperfect for. Then we have some words for the preterite, so ayer, anoche, el otro día. And then preterite is for completed actions, things that happened and are done, and they're not descriptions. So I went to the store, but then imperfect would be was crowded because that's a description of how the store was. Hot wad, our famous hot wad here. We have habitual, ongoing, time, weather, age, description. So those are all the instances that you will use the imperfect. All right, that's it. Good luck choosing between the imperfect and preterite, and I will be posting a video on how to conjugate these pretty soon here, so if you need help with that as well, please check back. Thank you for watching.